Hi guys, good morning. This is Kaylee. It is Tuesday, July 14th. Can you believe it is already halfway through July? I certainly can't. It felt like March was about 3 years long this year. I don't know about you. But anyways, let's get into today's kind of tech tutorial. I wanted to show you a little overview of Glassdoor. For those of you that don't know Glassdoor, Glassdoor is a site where you can look up jobs, keyword search, look up different companies. You can actually look up a lot of information on companies. I'll show you that in a second. But just real quickly, let me show you. This is kind of my my landing pad. This is when I kind of log on to the site. This is the initial view that I see. So you're going to see my name. This is my current title. This is where I live or the market that I have selected. So I want to find jobs in this market. And then these are jobs recommended for me. And these are based not on my current position, as you can see, career service advisor, not related to this, but related to positions that I have searched for in the past. So these are them. And they'll kind of compile some and put them on your front board here. But what we're going to do is do a job search. So we'll do a medical assistant, and we'll search Cleveland, Ohio. This is going to be very similar to Indeed. So we'll do all job types. Let's just do full-time at this point. We'll do posted anytime. Let's say I want to find a bunch of jobs that were posted in the last 3 days. We'll do that. And you can do a salary selection here. But here's the thing with this tab. I never use it, and here's why. Job sites, or recruiters, I should say, do one of two things, or one of three things, I should say. The first thing is they don't put a job estimate at all, like this one here. This is a Glassdoor estimate. They base those off of previous employers that have gone in and submitted their salary information to the site. This has not been created from the recruiter. So this is misleading. If you see $13 to $18 an hour, it's because Glassdoor estimated that by information that they have, not because a recruiter put that. Rarely do you even have somewhere where it's from the recruiter itself. So don't do this. This is going to compile things within a certain, or job posts within a certain, within certain parameters, but it's going to go off of this. It's not going to go off of what recruiters say. So I would keep it as broad as possible. And then we'll do a mile search. Let's say you only want to drive about 15 miles, and then we'll do that. So this has limited all of those down to 74. Now you can apply here. When you see this, kind of icon, this means that they're going to send you outside the site, probably directly to Cleveland Clinic, I would imagine. Yep, they're going to send you right to the Cleveland Clinic site. Some, you don't have to do that, like an easily apply. You can just go in right here. Go in right here, select an easy apply, name, email. You don't even need a phone number. I would still put one. The resume, you probably have one on file. If not, you can choose it. And then you press continue, and it sends it right on its way, just like Indeed. So that's pretty cool. I want to go and show you a little bit more on Glassdoor outside of the job search, which is pretty stellar. They're going to sometimes pull up jobs that aren't on Indeed. They're going to pull up jobs that aren't on ZipRecruiter. Excellent site to look for jobs. But let's go to companies. Companies is where it gets really cool on this site. So let's say you have an interview at university hospitals and you want to know more about the company. Of course, if you're living in Cleveland, Ohio, or even Akron, you're familiar with university hospitals. And maybe you're not familiar with the way that they interview, you're not familiar with different questions or the process, or maybe even the benefits or the salary information that they have. You can go onto Glassdoor and you can search that information. So university hospitals, Cleveland, Ohio. And we're going to go here. Obviously, we're not going to look in France. More power to you if you're moving out. But we're going to check the university hospitals here in Cleveland. And it's going to pull up this site. Now, let me tell you real quickly, very important, you want to make a profile. Please, please, please make a profile. If you don't, it's going to gray out information. It's going to show you maybe one or two pieces of the salary information or interviews. and then it's going to stop you from reading anything else, and it's going to tell you need to make a profile to see more. Don't get discouraged. Take the 5 minutes, make the profile. That way you always have it logged in and you're ready. So anytime you are about to go on an interview or submit a job, submit resume to a job, you can just sign in and look at everything. So you can go to an overview. It'll show you things like this. Do they approve of their CEO? Tom. Apparently they do, 95%. That's amazing. 70% of people are going to recommend their job to their friends. That's pretty cool too. Now, be mindful on any of these sites where they have job reviews, not everyone reviews their job. Let me repeat that. Not everybody reviews the job. The people that tend to review jobs are people that really love their job or people that really hate their job. Rarely do you get ones that are in between. So you're going to get people that for some reason didn't have a great time at the job that they were working at that company. They're going to come on and they're going to say some not so nice things about their employer. It could be true, could not be. It could be true just for them. They might have a different perception, or maybe the company isn't that great, but just be mindful of that. On the other end, you're going to have a lot of really great ones. Sometimes they're written by the recruiters themselves, and they just want to, kind of prop up their company on a pedestal. They want those good reviews to go straight to the top. I had organizations that I worked for that even had their employees write good reviews and kind of give them an incentive for doing so. Not myself, people that I know of. So just be wary of that. So of course, they're going to tell you how big the organization is. This is 10,000 plus employees when they were founded. So they've been in the industry quite a long time. Then they'll give you other information down here, Cleveland interviews. Where do people find the jobs or apply to the jobs? How is their experience throughout the interview process? And is the interview process difficult? So we'll go here to general reviews. This is where you're going to get reviews. So here's, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star. This one's not so great. Terrible cafeteria. Now, if you're really excited about a good cafeteria, or you're really excited about great computer systems, maybe this is going to rub you the wrong way. But keep in mind, this is subjective. Is it an outdated computer system to them? Is it outdated compared to things that they've worked in the past? Is it maybe a Windows 7 as opposed to a Windows 10? It's very subjective, so be mindful of that. Don't put too much into these without knowing more of the information. And you can, of course, do part-time, full-time. You can sort this. And this one, even that's COVID-19 related, that's new. You can go to jobs. So if you're interested in the university hospital's jobs, maybe there's ones you didn't apply to yet, you can search job titles. Salary information. Salary is pretty cool. It's going to compile salaries of different positions and place them here. And you can search for them as well. But I want you to remember when you hit this page that these are salaries provided by people that have made reviews of a company in the past. So if you have a Glassdoor account, sometimes Glassdoor, while you're kind of searching through your profile, will come up with it'll pop up and it'll say, do you want to review your current position? Sometimes people are like, yeah, I do. They'll review it. And Glassdoor will ask them for their salary information at that point. So be mindful of one of two things. One, people lie about their salaries. They don't include all the information. They don't say that maybe they have a lower salary, but maybe they bonus well. Sometimes they don't do that. The other thing is sometimes recruiters will come in here, as I've said, and post some sort of review and maybe put a salary and maybe put the salary higher than it should actually be. So let's do a medical receptionist and let's see what they say. So average base pay, $14 an hour. This is an average between the 12 and the 15. The lowest that somebody said that they made there was 12. Highest would be 15. They put 14 in the middle. You can do any experience. What this is going to do is show you the information that people post. So if they say that they've been there for 4 years when they do their review, they're going to then fall into this category. Now this button here says that there's not a lot of data, right? So they're going to tell you that there's an average of a 14 base pay. But look here, Only 3 salaries have even been updated, and it was updated back in August of 2019, so that's almost a year ago. So just be mindful of that. It's not always 100% accurate. Let's hop over this one and this one real quick and go to photos. This one's really cool. I like to look at this. I work in an office, so when I interview for places, I like to see kind of what that office looks like. So sometimes you can look at and see if they do any cool meet and greets, if they do any group outings. You can also look to see what the inside of the office looks like. They don't have any here, unfortunately, but some of the smaller companies do. Benefits. Benefits is super important as well. A lot of you list that things like health insurance, PTO, vacation, 401k is really important to you. So here you can go to see if they have those things. You can also see a review. So this one, health insurance is expensive and covers nothing. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's relative to what she's had in the past. Just be mindful of that. I don't particularly know any information on the university hospital's benefits. I did work there in the past a few years back, but I didn't get their benefits outside of their 401k, so I can't tell you how true this really is. But you can see all employees, part-time, full-time, interns. So if you're applying for part-time, you can see what sort of benefits they do offer to those people. Now, I do believe that there is somewhere where they list out the benefits. I could be wrong. I'm not seeing this here. Here it is. So at the bottom, it'll kind of give you information based on what benefits they claim to offer or what benefits they might offer based on reviews. So you can scroll down here. Now, if you don't see any reviews on the gym membership, company car, like this one here, there's only one review or one of 19 employees reporting on the company car. I'm going to say that they probably don't have very many people that have a company car. But there's a lot of people here that are talking about an employee discount and paid time off. So it's probably a good bet that they have those two things in one shape or form. Let's go to interviews. Interviews is a super cool tab. Here's why. We showed you this on the other page. Here's the experience. This is where people rate their interviewing process from submitting their resume all the way to getting their job. Positive, neutral, and negative. So it seems to be a pretty good job experience. And then you've got the getting an interview. Where did people find this job? They applied online. Most people do. Maybe a recruiter reached out to them because they had their job resume somewhere and they saw it and they reached out, or other. This is where they're going to rate it. And this is where the interview remarks are. So people can go in and say if they accepted, if they declined, if they didn't get an offer. They can say if they had a positive, neutral, or negative experience. And then this is going to be the rating. How difficult is the interview? Is it difficult? Is it easy? Is it average? They're going to say their job, title, information on the application, the interview, and interview questions. So this is really cool because you can go in and you're able to search by job title. So let's do a medical receptionist again. Wow, look at this. I wonder how many reviews there actually are. Just looks like one. Okay. So let's go to nursing, right? Because they've got a lot of nurses. So let's do a registered nurse and see if we've got more information here. 2. That's interesting. There's only 2 here. Let's see if we can just do regular nurse. Is there anything they recommend for us? Well, here's the top jobs. That's probably a better bet. So search here to see if they have something related to what you're looking for. So patient access representative, that's going to be very similar to the roles that I kind of just searched. So some of these are older, some of these are from 2019. You're going to want to look at the most recent ones. Companies are always changing the way that they recruit for positions. They're always changing their interview process, so be mindful of that. Now, there's only a couple here, but what I want to say to you is just because you're going for a patient access representative doesn't mean you can't search for other jobs. A lot of the times, one company will do a similar recruitment process for most jobs. So just because you're looking for patient access representative doesn't mean you can't look at medical assistant.